We are finally breaking video silence to bring you a very exciting update.
Jump on in, grab a line. The water's feeling fine. Catch a fish, maybe two. Let's sail off, me and you, on another adventure. On another adventure. Let's sail off, me and you, on another adventure.
We left off last episode at one of the most intense moments of this entire salvage. What you can't see in that video is that the repair to the hull to deck seam has cracked open and we are now taking on water at an alarming rate that our trash pump cannot keep up. We made desperate attempts to shove anything into the cracks, garbage bags, plastic, or anything, which you can see is not easy in the surf. Eventually, with no other choice, I had to drop the weight off the mast, standing us up just enough to gain on it. Because it's been constant pumping water, out of the boat. I have no brain right now. It's been constant. Here's where the bed was. And here's where we've been sleeping. You can see the bed is like on the wall. And when we were on land, this would be normal. When we were on land, this was normal. And as you can see, we're slowly making our way back into the water, and now this is normal. You see the shirt hanging there on the wall. After not much rest overnight, morning came and we were lifting the barrel and back at it. Come on, little barrel. Back to the beach! Day after day, our trusty team kept returning to us, if not by land, then by sea, but James and I never left the boat's side.
We got reinforcements. It's Friday. We're getting closer. There and there, there, there and there, and there, and there. I just got some alcohol, the good kind, isopropyl, on board. So we're trying to take care of the body and the boat at the same time. Kind of a challenge. All day and night, for what turned into about 48 hours, we kedged and kedged, taking shifts at night as if we were sailing to keep tension on the anchors. Ever so slightly, bouncing forward, it's nighttime, we still have a pump hose, we're pumping water out every so often, still bailing sand out of the boat, like a week later, still not all the way in the water. It's crazy in here. And there's your main water intake was in this hull to deck seam. This crack gave us hell. For the first 24 hours, it was a constant waterfall. Between shifts of kedging, there was shifts of pumping water to maintain the boat from quite literally sinking in 3 feet of water. The same hull to deck seam that's responsible for letting what's estimated to be 4,000 pounds of sand tightly packed into every nook and cranny on the port side of the boat. Seam, I patched some of it up this morning. There's some back here too. As you see, it's looking relatively dry. Had a little dribbles. We had it healed over earlier at high tide. But we are standing more upright in the boat than we ever have. I feel like we recently just came off like an important shelf where it dropped off another few feet.
We are standing up quite a bit. It's wonderful. I think by morning we'll just about be floating. We got towboat coming. Oh, this is day 2.
We're gonna be free floating.
Free floating. This is day 2 of literally bouncing across. Like, it's a 2-day sail to cover 150 feet. Crazy. You feel like you've been sailing for 2 days?
Yeah. I bet the boat's gonna go a lot faster once we get sails on it, though. And the engine running.
Yeah,
anchors don't go that fast.
Good morning, YouTube! Again, we are, I don't know how many days we slept on the beach. I think 6. I'm not sure what day it is today, or I'd add that up and tell you. But I know this is day 2 of kedging. And at 38,000 pounds with a 6.5-foot draft and needing to go across nearly 450 feet of shoal before deep water.
Floating, almost. Yeah, y'all are still heavy port side. Yeah. Guys, watch it, guys. There's still sand in there. There's still a lot of sand.
After an over 3.5-hour tow into the sunset, we had to return to the beach that night by dinghy to swim to shore in the dark and retrieve the rudder we had removed so it wasn't further damaged. And the next morning it was back to work, of course, as we prepped the rudder with a float to reinstall it. Katie and I jumped in the water, and Travis and James worked from above. We sent the line attached to the end of the rudder post up to the rudder post housing, so while Katie and I supported and aimed from below, Travis and James were able to hold it up until I could come around and stick the pin in that would hold it in place. Then the boys were into Project Emergency Tiller while I got the engine running. Wow, nice. Homemade emergency tiller.
Coming down for the first time with the camera since getting level. Engine just got started.
Oh yeah, we got power, the D-sail.
Sweet! We got an engine, we got a steer, we're gonna go places. Due to lots of sand and other contaminants in the large diesel tank, this jerry jug will hold us over with clean fuel.
The stove still thinks it's leaning over. I can't even open it. A little water down there, but that'll be out as soon as we have more power. Lots of work left to do, but good Lord, we're floating. Off on its own power.
No towboat. We're doing it. It's maiden voyage, honey.
Yep.
We got this sweet emergency tiller made.
Thanks, Travis.
Thanks, Travis. Adios! V-berth, really? In the V-berth.
I found it right on the bed.
Awesome.
Or where the bunk goes.
It's the back to Adriana's flashlight she let us use. And I was like, shoot, I can't give it back to her without the back. So we've been looking for that in the boat of chaos stuff. Good job, Buttercup.
So how's your day going?
Pretty good. We're documenting expenses right now because our owner of the vessel is sounding a little questionable on our agreement. But very well organized and documented. So we are just gonna maybe assemble a recovery invoice to send him and see how that goes. Hopefully he just signs over the title like he's supposed to do. So we'll see. Wish us luck.
Yeah.
This is all boat washing day. So while we were hard at work cleaning the boat's wreckage from the beach and the beach's wreckage from the boat,
We also had to start a paper trail of assembling a bill for the owner who now demands his boat back after a very clear agreement that the payment for salvage was the title of the boat. I informed him this was no problem, and even though we had an agreement, I was willing to put together a salvage bill for him, and he could happily have his boat back once it was paid, but it was not good enough. He wanted it back for free, and he had no regard for any of the hard work or dangerous labor that we had put into the boat. Thus began the slew of legalities to thoroughly report and document everything about the salvage, from marine surveys to affidavits to lawyers' fees to DPNR inspections, all while continuing to work on trying to preserve the boat from further deterioration. The sand and salt water had to get out as soon as possible. These things had to be cleaned. So we worked, and cleaned the boat up. Then she sat, and sat, and sat. That was 7.5 months ago, and 250-page portfolio documenting everything. Lawyers' fees, legal fees, and a lot of hard work. But it's all behind us now. We'll talk a little bit more about that and a lot more about this next time on another adventure.
Wow. I'm gonna need a bigger bucket.
You're gonna need a lot more bigger buckets. Like the end of there is done. Yeah. Crazy. Gross. You've already taken what, a shop vac or two out of here? One full one?
Took 2 shop vacs, a whole bunch of these.
Oh man.
A lot of sand was in here.
That's crazy. 2 of those. 2 shop vacs and then other gallons. Just in the bathroom. I don't know. I've lost count of how many we've taken out of here. It's still just, I mean, wow. A lot of it. Still just full. It's getting down lower as we're washing it, but man, there's still so much. This is deep.
You're watching another adventure, Sandbox Chronicles. The adventure continues.
Feel the sun, watch it rise over cold blue crystal skies. Catch the wind, join the crew, and see the big white blue on another adventure. Jump on in, grab a line. The water's feeling fine. Catch a fish, maybe 2. Let's sail off, me and you, on another adventure. On another adventure. Let's sail off, me and you, on another adventure.